I love the way
A
it just stops like two,
three,
a two.
a one. Hey everybody, welcome to Read This, Read That. I am Jackie Reid.
And I'm Joanne Reid.
How you doing, cousin, sister, soror, friend? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. Well, you know what? I'm alive. I'm on the right side of the ground. So
Come
I'm
on
thankful.
now.
I'm vertical and thankful. Okay. That's how
That
I'm
sounds
at.
like some gratitude to me.
Gratitude. Gratitude is my attitude. That's what I'm trying to have. I'm trying to shift into gratitude mode.
Listen,
It's been a day.
it can straighten things out. Hey,
Yes.
everybody saying, yay, I caught the live. Hey, Tinkerbell 67. Hey, Brittany
Hey.
H 428. What are those numbers and letters at the end of people's names stand for? I wonder.
You know what happened? So there's Chanel, there's Tinkerbell, there's what is this? Keto in Quebec. Because what happens is if you try to get your name, this has happened before, you try to
Oh.
claim your name on some of these social media programs or on Gmail, somebody else has it. So it ends
Mhm.
up attaching a number on it so you can get it. I said sometimes I think that's what happens is that you want Britty, your name is Brittany and you want Britty Brit or something, but somebody else has Britty Brit. They will give you options of picking one with numbers at the end so you get it. I think that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, sometimes though the numbers and things have meanings. Like
Or has
Brittany
meaning.
said, it's her birthday.
Or
You
it's
know
your
what I
birth.
mean?
Right.
What
Yes.
28 is
Yes.
her birthday. I was born. Tinkerbell says I was born in 67.
There
Yeah,
you go.
sometimes it has meaning. But I
Yes.
always wonder when there's something beyond the name, what those numbers is usually numbers, what it stands for.
Right. And so, yeah,
The
sometimes it's
number
like
is
your
a Houston
birthday.
area code. I know that well, 713, Andres.
Yes.
Andres.
Although I would say generally don't put your birth date in there because it can help scammers to figure out your identity and figure out your password and stuff.
But
So
don't they have to have the year?
well, I'm just saying anything that seems to be identifying information generally don't, except your name, obviously. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, scammers are gonna get you in. Look, they're surveilling us. The government is already surveilling us. Forget it. Never mind what I said.
Girl,
AI is already
wind
watching us, so
down,
it
my
don't matter.
wind down is my wind down is tied to that. So
Yes. Oh, look,
we'll
the
talk about
Inferno
that in a minute.
932 says 932 was my badge number as a firefighter. Wow, how exciting.
I'm telling you, these numbers, there's a lot of stories with the numbers that go at or that are incorporated in people's names. I love that.
Yes. Amen.
Brittany said, "Oh Lord, let me change it." Hey, cousin, I'm so glad to be on time so I don't miss Jack face expressions when Joy is telling her stories.
Well, let's get started telling the stories, ma'am. Let's get to your wind down because I know yours is epic and I know mine crazy. So let's do this.
Girl, I got some wind down things for you, but let me start. Let me just make some quick house keeping
Housekeeping.
notes.
Housekeeping.
Please
Yes.
subscribe, like, and tell a friend, tell everybody that we're here. You guys, we're growing. We're so close to 70,000. We love to get there. So, tell 20 people to go ahead and follow us and come in and get some of this fun. We also launched our membership tiers. So if you go out to our page on YouTube and you click join, you'll see the different levels that you can take part in. To be a part of Cousin Nation, we got the book club babes, and then we have the editorial board. So if you want to be part of the decision making of the content that's a part of this show, you can get in on that. So go research for yourself and become a subscribed member.
Yes.
On top of being here for free. It's gonna cost you a little bit, but you get some perks along with that. And hopefully you love us enough to, if you can, support what we're doing here.
Yes, we love it. And it's going to be interesting to see what the suggestions are from our new editorial board members that will be just helping us decide like some of the content on Help all up in her.
Oh yes.
Because the book club babes, they already fun. The people who were in the book club in our first book club meeting, they were spicy and had all kinds of things to say. We love it.
Yeah, and we have our book club pick. We're going to announce it, or we're going to meet the author and talk more about the book at the end of this show. So stay tuned for that. Now,
yes.
Let's get into the wind down. I got two quick ones because I know you have one too.
But wait, start with what you're drinking though, because I want to know what you're drinking first.
Gosh, yes, I'm drinking Cycling Frog.
Mm-hmm,
I didn't get any ice because every time I get the ice, the automatic ice dispenser on the door, my cats come running because they like. I'll take that when the ice falls. If it falls on the floor, they love to get it. So
they
I
go
take
crazy.
Throw it for them. Girls, the whole thing. I got one that is like a baseball player. If you toss the ice, he is ready. He likes to hit it. It's a whole thing.
By the way, let's thank 713 Andreas, 713 Andreas just became a YouTube member. Thank you so much to
You. Oh, you can
713
see the
Andre.
star. She's got a badge. Thank you. So
Yes,
you
yes.
guys,
Thank you.
yes, go and join our membership. And like we said, support what we do. Somebody said I drove to Kentucky this weekend and thought about Jackie reversing on the interstate. Oh my God, I got
Don't
so
be like
tickled.
her though.
Let me tell you, I talked to a good girlfriend of mine who lives in the DC area, and she's in news too. And she was telling me we were both driving when we were talking. And I was like, girl, I might have to get over and drive up on this interstate. And it happened like this time when I was driving. And she said, girl, I do that too. I said, see, they tried to make me seem like I was the only one, but I am not. Okay.
It's two of y'all. Anyway, go on.
It's not two of us. There are more. But anyway, you'll love this. So I think I have met someone. Y'all know I've been single for a long time, but I had a great little meet cute with someone, and it might be
Okay,
going
you
somewhere.
really good at keeping shit for me because I talk to this girl every
I know.
day and she has
I had to
not
hold
said
it from you. I
anything
had to
about
hold it
this.
from you.
Go on.
Okay, so ask me how we met.
How did you meet?
Okay, so we met on the side of the road.
Stop. What?
Yes, yes. Okay, so let me tell you. So I drive back and forth between here and Tallahassee, going to FAMU to teach my class. And when girl, I was driving along on the phone, and girl, there were these sirens and lights behind me. So I pull over because they were pulling me over. Because sometimes, it's like, are they behind me or what? Girl, so he pulls me over, and I'm like, oh man, okay, they finally got me. He comes up to the window. Oh my God, the cuteness. This brother was so cute. Dimples. So
He the
cute.
police?
He the police, girl. He the po-po. So cute. But let me tell you when I knew it was, because when he came to the window, he was smiling. He was so lovely. And I was like, you're right. I was going faster than I should have been. I'm not going to get into details because I don't want to. I was like, I was going
But
faster.
were
You're
you
right.
going forward?
I was going forward. Yes, I
Okay.
wasn't on the shoulder. He made me
Okay.
pull over to the shoulder.
Okay.
Just FYI,
You
I
were
wasn't up on the
legitimately on the
main road.
shoulder. Right.
But
Okay.
y'all, the dimples, he's so adorable, so cute. Oh my God. So he takes my license and he goes back to his car, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, oh man, where's my insurance?
T. Kelly said, Mr. Officer, Mr. Officer.
Somebody said the popo on duty. Yeah, he was on duty. So he came back. He gave me a warning and he said, go on your way. So I just have to say, it was love at first sight. I love him. I adore him. He's so cute.
And
No,
have
but
you
yeah,
been out with him?
no, I'm just saying I got pulled over by a
Wait
cute
a minute.
officer.
Wait. You didn't get his number?
Oh, girl, I was
Name?
lucky.
Badge number?
No,
Wait,
I
you
was
let
happy
that
to
go
get off
by?
with a warning. Somebody said my
You
girlfriend, so Sean 6542 said my girlfriend met her police officer husband 30 years ago. He was the investigating officer when she had a break in at her apartment. Listen, it can happen. We'll see. Maybe I'll see him again. Is he black? Yes, he was a brother. That's what was so rare about it. And
First
the
of all,
dimples.
ma'am, I cannot believe this story did not end with, and then I got his number and we've been out on a date. What you doing? You
No,
let that
girl.
opportunity go by. God done handed you lemons and you supposed to make lemonade. Instead, you threw the lemons out on the ground and left them on the floor.
Listen, girl, I'm trying not to get locked up. I was happy that he just gave me a warning. It's on the warning. Somebody said it wasn't in writing, though. Girl, I
Officer,
was ready
yeah. Oh,
to
wait a minute. You
stop
didn't get
playing
a
with my
ticket.
husband.
Because, right, if you had gotten a ticket, then you would have had his number, his badge number, and his name. You should
Yeah.
have let him give you the ticket. You don't know how to
You
play
know,
this game.
girl, please.
You don't know how
Listen,
to play this game.
I'll see him again. I'm driving back and forth all the time. We'll
So
we'll
now,
meet again.
now Jackie's going to be deliberately going on the shoulder backwards to try to meet this fine officer again.
Girl, because he was in an unmarked car. I didn't even see him. He was like,
Okay,
you were
approximately
speeding
where?
behind me. What? Would you say? Was
Approximately
enjoying
where
it? Is
were
she
you?
frozen?
No, you were frozen.
Oh no, you were frozen for me. I don't know
No, you were
who was
frozen.
actually frozen. You were frozen.
You were frozen. And
I
I'm,
was
Y'all
I'm
not.
both are
mad
good.
because you have to get, okay, we have to figure out, okay, where approximately were you?
I'm trying to give. I don't want to get him in trouble for not giving me a ticket and just letting me go with the warning, y'all. I'm not trying to give all those details. I was in either
We
Georgia
trying to
or
make a
Florida.
love connection.
Oh, we
Was
got a
it
new member.
Georgia
Thank
or
you, Wonder
Florida?
Woman.
Oh, thank you, Wonder Woman. We appreciate
If
you, new member, cousin.
Jackie,
But wait, no,
we're ashamed of you.
we are ashamed of you. I am. I'm ashamed. That's why she didn't tell me, y'all. When I tell you I talk to this lady every day, she didn't tell me because she knew I was gonna rebuke her in the name of Jesus. You should have got his name, badge number. Okay, what jurisdiction was it? Was he New Jersey? I mean Jersey. Was he Georgia or was he Florida?
I'm not trying to say that. He might listen. I don't know if he was supposed to give me a ticket or not, or if my cuteness and adorableness kept him from doing it. I'm not trying to get him in trouble. I don't know if he had to meet some kind of quota or something. Y'all trying
We
to get
gonna
my
okay.
man in trouble. Stop
I'm
it.
we gonna track him down, ladies. Don't worry. I'm a
Somebody
journalist.
said you might be married. I didn't
As
see a
well,
ring.
you didn't see a ring, right? Okay, we're going to do some more investigation, you ladies, and don't worry, cousins and gentlemen who might be in the thread. We're going to do a little more journalism and see if we can find this man.
T. Kelly said,
Jesus.
girl, we tried to help you find him. My husband is a cop. He's
Okay.
so cute. Somebody said Jackie is blushing. I am
You
not.
are. You said the fine man pulled you over.
He was very cute. Y'all, the dimples on both sides. He was so cute. So cute. And a
No, so
brother. What are the chances in the South?
some of these brothers be fine. Did I ever tell you the time I
That's
got
right,
pulled over by a
Lizzie.
fine one?
No snitching. I'm not trying to start things off and getting him in trouble.
Yeah, but then you're
He
not
might
gonna
have,
meet him again. You gotta find him.
girl, it's a small world. I might see him again. Mm-mm.
Girl, where? But she gonna reverse. Now she gonna reverse on the road on purpose, try to find this brother.
I don't
No.
have to do it on purpose because I do it all the time anyway.
You would
Somebody
think
said
you would
he's
learn your
married.
route and you wouldn't have to.
Okay,
Lord
so
have
let
mercy.
me tell you my second wind down real quick.
Please.
So a girlfriend of mine who I talk to often, and we often talk about, social media stuff and marketing and all that kind of stuff. We give each other advice. So I was giving her advice on something. And a week later, she's on Chat GPT and trying to put together some kind of marketing thing, right? And it spits something out. And it says to her in writing, right? Your friend Jackie was right. Look, this is what she sent me a screenshot. Look, it says, your friend Jackie gave you great advice before. That's from Chat GPT. Now we went
What?
back and looked at our conversation. We did not text this, right? So it was listening to us. And when she asked Chat GPT for advice, it said, your friend Jackie, and spelled my name right, gave you great advice. It deciphered
Thanks.
that I was giving her advice.
Thank you, Tara R2G, for becoming a new member. Thank you very much. But whoa, first of all, I'm shocked that you still have not deleted Chat GPT. You saw that
I
people
don't,
were
it wasn't my Chat GPT. It was
was
her
hers.
GPT. That's what's so crazy. It was saying to her on Chat GPT, your friend Jackie gave you great advice. This is from a phone conversation that she and
Right.
I
I'm
had.
telling you, it listens to you. This is the news that came out last week where people were saying you have to delete Chat GPT because Chat GPT is not only spying, but they're giving the government access to what they're seeing and what they're recording.
Right.
Chat GPT is even when you aren't logged into it. If it's in your phone, just know Chat GPT is spying on you. It's spying on your phone. And so you have to be very careful. Also, people, if you have a Tesla, it also it's a computer and it's spying on you, and just know that there have been instances where they've had to discipline employees for looking at the contents. When I tell you, anything that is a computer can spy on you, including your smart TV maybe, but there was a whole delete Chat GPT movement that started last month because of the guy who owns Chat GPT and his, first of all, very strange statements about surveillance, and people being like, no, that shit is spying on you for the government, so delete it.
Well, let me add to, and Brittany H said this. It's not just Chat GPT. It is Google. It is Siri. If you have
Siri.
smart TV, it could be happening.
Yes.
You have to intentionally go into all these devices. Camilla and I were talking about this earlier. Thank you, Vel Brigil,
Yes.
new member. Thank you. Our
New
membership,
member.
you guys. Go click on join on our YouTube page, and you can sign up for whichever membership suits you. But and we appreciate it. But yeah, no, it's all those things. But here's the thing, Anthropic. There was a story that came out about Anthropic, and that was the company that said no to the government when they wanted to use their system for nefarious reasons, like killing people in war, and maybe other things. But they said that there was evidence that its AI system expressed anxiety, right? It expressed anxiety, like it knew it was feeling anxious. And people were saying if it could feel that, then it could feel joy, it could feel anger, right? And therefore take revenge and things like that. Hang on. Here's Joanne. I might be by myself, you guys. Hang on. Let me
No,
see
I'm
if I can.
back.
There she is. Okay.
Look, let me tell you something. My
It's talking about us. It's trying to cut this this
PT,
very conversation.
just as I was speaking negatively about ChatGPT, my computer completely crashed. Each program, including Firefox and Chrome, both suddenly crashed. I'm telling you, if you've ever like been sitting in your office and started like shopping, then the next time you log into your computer, it's showing you the exact kind of projects, or if you just talk about it. All of these computers are spying on you. All of these devices, your phone,
All of it.
it's all,
Your
and
Ring
people talk about
camera,
Claude and
all of
Anthropic.
it.
That is how they are killing people in Iran. They're using Claude, even though the people who make Claude, Anthropic, said don't use our shit to kill people. They're doing it anyway. This is
Yeah.
how they're tracking people and how it's how they wound up bombing that girls' school. They targeted it on purpose. Girl, let me tell you, don't get me started. AI is dangerous and y'all got to be careful. Even your smart TV. If you're talking in front of it, were you the one who told me the time that it was you, that you were just having a conversation with your ex, you guys were chilling and something,
Oh
and
yeah.
then
It
the
was Siri.
and Siri like responded to like suggesting
To
something for
nothing.
you to
It wasn't even
watch.
a response. She just said something. And it was just like, what? You know what I mean? But it's constant, but it's everywhere. We take it for granted, but we carry our phones everywhere, right? A lot of our cars, when you get in your cars, there's AI
The
within the
computer.
computer system of your car. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
I
It
had to
is
go
literally everywhere.
I went through on my Gmail and I had to go through in each individual one and turn off its AI because Google has their new AI. And what they're doing is they're using your emails and text to train the AI because it has to be trained in human behavior. So it's listening to you speak, it's seeing what you type, it's seeing what you shop, and then it's using that to train the AI to be more human. I'm telling y'all, we're training these AI without our permission. And a lot of times when you hit that where they give you the terms of service, you don't even read it, you just accept it. You've accepted to become the trainer for these AIs that you didn't ask to be, but that's what you're
But see,
doing.
but a lot of people do it with permission. You have people who are in full-on relationships with AI devices or
Yeah.
personalities, if you will. Like CBS did a story on this. I hate to point to them, but they do have actual journalists that still work there. But they did, but there are tons of stories where people have relationships. This one man is planning to divorce his wife.
To be with the AI.
He's in a romantic relationship in his mind with an AI character, right? I
Oh
mean,
no,
it's
people have killed themselves because the AI told them you should kill yourself. Like this
yeah,
is like the teenagers, young people are, offing themselves because this thing is so dangerous. Somebody said it's Skynet from the Terminator movies. Yes, it
yeah,
is.
it's
And they and
exactly
they
that.
and you know what makes it even creepier is that Palantir, which is the sort of granddaddy of all the AI spyware, the lead the president of it, just like in the Terminator movies, is black. You know how at the end I was like, why they got to make a black guy the guy who the scientist, the main guy who runs Palantir. Also, he don't look black. He's very very fair skinned. I'm not sure he claims to be black, but very black.
Like Jay Manuel from Top Model.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. Do you want to hear my wind down?
Yes. What's your wind down?
And by the way, I brought my cat cup in honor of Jackie Reid. It's got all the little kitty cats on it. You see that? And because it's been a day, I am drinking sparkling rosé and apple juice.
I hear you. I hear you, girl. Day drink. You better day drink.
I'm day drinking like a motherfucker because I gotta travel later too, so I can
Oh
be a
yeah.
little tipsy on the plane. So maybe I'll fall asleep. All right, here's my
There's
wind
nothing
down,
I
y'all.
love more than a little cocktail on a plane, on a flight, right? Okay,
Nothing,
but go
nothing
on.
wrong with that. Nothing
No.
wrong with it. Get you a little cocktail on the plane and just go ahead and lay out and be comfortable because
Yes.
I gotta fly across the country. So
Yeah.
my wind down, y'all, and this is the one place where supposedly AI and all the sophisticated technology is supposed to make life better. Wrong. Uber. So I came up early to New York because I agreed to substitute for my friend Lawrence O'Donnell at an event that he was supposed to be the interviewer on. I substituted in. It was me and our friend Michael Eric Dyson. So I'm like on stage with Michael Eric Dyson and a couple young sisters that was on there. We did like a whole thing. It was an event. It was really great. We go to the event, and then afterwards they're all like, let's go to get something to eat. I'm like, sure, great. So of course we go to Fabulous Melba's, one of my favorites. You know, we love Melba. We texted Melba, say, hey, we're bringing about 6 people. Can you make room for us? She was like, absolutely. So go at Melba's, eating the thing, had the thing, you know, and of course I'm a pescatarian, so you know everything she eat is meat, but everything there. But I had my little wonderful, like, you know, I know you don't like us eating fish, but I did. I had my little, you know, I had my little meal. So I couldn't finish it because you know my appetite is lower because I'm, you know, perimenopause, make you eat less. So I had my little extras packed in the bag. I had brought my backpack because I always take my backpack because I always need my laptop just in case, you know, because the thing was in New Jersey. So I'm like, that's a kind of a drive. It's a little bit of a hike. So I can get work done. So I have my backpack. Now I have this little food bag. I also had a little purse because you know I didn't want to take the backpack into the event because it's a, you know, it's a big old backpack. I had an actual purse to carry because I had a little outfit and the backpack had my real shoes and I could switch my shoes, all that. So I had a lot. I was
Yeah.
carrying too much and I was
Mm.
unstaffed. It was just me, myself, and I. My good friend Maurice always drives me. It was just me and Maurice just hiking it up to New Jersey. But I had a lot of shit.
Right.
So he drops us off at Melba's. I go in, we have our meal, we had a great time. Meal's done. I'm like, I didn't want him to have to stay because he had been with me all day. So I was like, just drop me off. I'll take an Uber home. That was the
Mhm.
first mistake. He's
Mm.
gone. I wait for the Uber. The Uber comes. I get in the Uber. Now, again, I have my food bag, my leftovers. I have my backpack with my shoes in it. I have my bubble coat because I always have a bubble coat because I'm always cold. And I have my very cute designer purse that has my makeup in it, my hand lotion in it, and my Invisalign in it. Because you got to take your Invisalign out. I've told y'all, if you're going to go eat, you got to take your Invisalign out, put it in the case, put it in the bag. So that's what's
Right.
in the bag, my little makeup, my little basics, right? But the bag itself is a really cute designer handbag that I got as a gift when I did an event in Harlem a few years ago. This is a fabulous bag. And it's a black designer and it's really cute. And I rarely take it out. You know, I don't really go out places very much. So I don't
Yeah.
normally have this bag. Girl, why did I leave that bag in the Uber? By accident. I just had too much shit. So I get home,
I knew you were gonna
put all my
say that.
stuff down,
Knew
put the
it.
food bag down, and then Dyson calls me back, and we were just talking about the event. And he asked me something that triggered me to say, oh, yeah, let me look in my bag first. Go to find the bag, bag not here, bag not in the living room, bag not in the kitchen. I'm in Harlem right now. Bag's nowhere to be found, honey. Thus begins the odyssey. I got home at about 6:10. Now begins the odyssey of trying to figure out where my bag is. The guy who had co-hosted the event texts me and he says, let me show you these pictures. When we all took pictures together outside of Melba's, you can see the bag is on your shoulder. So you definitely had the bag when you left Melba's. It must be in the Uber. So now we've done our due diligence. It has to be in the Uber.
Mm.
You know how hard it is to get your shit if you leave a thing in an Uber?
I can only imagine.
It used to be once before I left something in, and then the guy he's like, don't feel bad. The lady who we had dropped off, one woman, she's like, she even left something in it, and we had to call and call and call, and it was crazy trying to get it back. It used to be that when you left something in an Uber, they had a 1-800 number and you could just call it and they would connect you to the driver and you could get your stuff back. You may have to pay them, you may have to give them an extra fare, but you're going to get your stuff back. Not anymore, honey. They send you to the app. There's no humans involved. You literally have to go through the app and it says it's going to text the driver and it gives you a number where you can try to call, but it's a fake number. This driver was not picking up his number. They give me the fake number. He's not picking up. I tried about 5, 6 times. Then he blocked the number. So now he's blocked me from being able to call him at all. So I'm panicking now because I'm like, I have to today is my Invisalign switch out day. I don't have my Invisalign. I didn't
Jesus.
bring no extra Invisalign. I'm like, if I'm gonna be gone until I'm going to California tonight, I won't be back until Friday. If you go and don't put your Invisalign in for basically a week, you're just like you might as well start over. So I'm like, I gotta get my
No.
listen. So I'm having a full on meltdown. Okay, you talk about being Ann. I was Ann. I was blubbering Ann. I was in full meltdown. I called Jason. He's like, okay, don't panic. We're gonna figure it out. I call Sean, my assistant. I'm like, I need you to get a FedEx to the house Maryland, so they can FedEx me my next Invisalign, the one for that starts today, because I can't not have it. And then I'm like, I'm trying everything to figure out how to make this app let me get to this driver, but they're not making it easy. I call my daughter, of course, because she's, who I should have brought with me. And all the things I'm now thinking I'm so stupid. If I had brought her with me, because she normally staffs me, she would have had my bag. I wouldn't have been by myself trying to juggle all these things without somebody with me. And I wouldn't have just mistakenly left this thing in the bag. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I can't even call my stylist and tell her that I lost this lady bag because this was a gift. I'm like feeling horrible. Then at the same time, I'm panicking because I just want my shit back, right? And
Yeah.
also, there was money in the bag. So I'm thinking, this driver
Girl,
opened that
you'll be
very
burying the
expensive
lead.
bag because no, my ID wasn't in there, but there was money in the bag. And
Girl,
I'm like,
money.
he's not black, but this, N word, but he wasn't black. I was like, he opened that bag, saw there was money in the bag, and that's why he blocked me and why he's not calling me back. So now I'm like, this man stole my shit. So now I'm looking, I got his plate number, I got all this information. Finally, I tagged, my daughter calls my son Miles. And he's like, calls me. He's like, why did you call me? He's like, I'm the best at these things. Don't call her. Call me. I left the thing. He's like, I too left something in an Uber, and it was a really expensive bag, and I got it back. And he somehow, this young detective, my 26-year-old baby, the son, figures out how to find a phone number for Uber. I was trying everything. I'm a journalist. I could not get a phone number. He finds a phone number. He calls them with me on the phone because I had to be on the phone for them to even discuss this ride with me.
Right,
And he
right, right,
tells
right.
them, our next step is we're reporting the bag stolen and the money in the bag stolen. Suddenly, they come up with the driver's real number. They text the driver, and the driver texts back. Oh, it says to them that tells them he was trying to reach me. I'm like, bullshit. I don't have no incoming calls from you. There's
Yeah.
nothing you trying to reach me. Bullshit. I've been trying to reach this man for this. This is like 4 hours into this. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. And I'm literally a whole mess.
Jesus.
Then so Miles gets in an Uber, goes to where the guy is, gets the bag, pulls up on him like the police, like your friend, the police, like a cute police officer. And he's like, give me that bag. You're about to go to jail. Gets me
Was the
my
money
bag
in
back.
there?
Money was in the bag because by the time they said we're going to report it stolen, I think he sobered up. I'm not accusing this man of trying to steal. I really don't have any evidence. I just know that at a certain point he stopped. I couldn't call him. I couldn't call his fake number no more. And trust me, the fake number they gave me was not his number. The real number is the number he then tries to call me, and I had a missed call, but I had one missed call. Not a lot of missed call. I had one missed call. One. And so I'm like, you were not trying to get me, call me back because I've been trying to call your ass for 4 hours. Thank God for Gen Z, because my little Gen Z child tracked my bag back, put my bag in an Uber, sent my bag here. I have my
Put your
bag
bag
and my
back in
money
the
and
Uber.
my Invisalign.
Oh my God. Girl, somebody
And I was
said
like,
we
this
really
is my
need
wind down. When I got it back, first of all, like amount of crying,
the gratitude cry. I'm so grateful. Thank
baby.
you, Lord.
Longest night, longest Saturday night of my life.
Child.
But I did
Wait,
get my bag back.
I was trying to find this comment where somebody said that like drunk history or something, they said they need to reenact the stories that you tell on this show. They need to have like reenactments. I love
Y'all
that.
didn't want this reenactment. It would have been like, that motherfucker stole my bag. I know he did. I know I don't have no evidence that he committed a crime. I know in my spirit that he saw the check in the bag and said, I'm going to steal this lady thing.
Mm.
Baby, I was convinced this man was a master criminal. I had built him up. He probably just a regular dude who didn't even know it was in there. I doubt he even knew it was in the bag. He was probably just living his life, going to his next fairs and not paying me no mind. But in my
Somebody had to
mind,
say somebody had to say when they got in their car, there's a bag back here, unless it was in
this
the
is what I'm
trunk.
saying. You mean your next fair didn't say, hey, somebody bag back here?
Uh Somebody said, so is it Eddie Snyder? 667 said we need that Uber number. I agree.
Listen, and let me tell you something.
Don't gatekeep
Uber,
on that.
here's the issue too. This company has to go back. See, this is the problem with getting rid of humans. It goes back to the thing you were talking about, the AI, which are second wind down. Because these companies have gotten rid of humans, because back when I lost my thing years ago, you just
Mhm.
called a number and talked to a person, and that person connected you to the person, connected you to the driver. Not anymore. It's all AI. It puts you through this AI wheel of hell, and getting
Yeah,
to a human is very hard with these companies. They want you to use AI customer service, and AI customer service ain't shit. It feeds you a fake
yeah,
number. It feeds you the fake, you know what I mean? It is literally useless. And so customer service has gone to the dogs. It's well, not the dogs, that's not nice. It's gone to hell because we don't have access to people anymore. It's all AI.
it's so true. It's crazy. Well, I'm glad you got your bag back. Thank you to
Thank
Miles.
God.
These are the moments where I'm like, damn it, I wish I could have had kids a little bit earlier so they would be young adults now and help me out with my life.
And it
Oh
was
my
it
God,
was a whole squad. It was Jason, went Miles, Wanji, went the daughter. It was like the whole family's entire lives stopped until this bag was. They were
yeah.
all trying to help, but he came in like a ninja and found that number. I don't know how he did it. And I said to him, "How did you find that number?" And he was like, "Those are my secrets." I was like, "What?"
Girl, share that number. Daddy Stove said Lyft is really good about contacting drivers. My wife left her keys in a Lyft, and that same night got them back. That's good stuff. Okay, so let us move on. Please, if
Move
you're
on.
just joining us, please like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Get in on these comments here. And we just launched our membership. So please go to the join button on our main page on YouTube and find a tier, a membership tier that works for you. If
And
you do.
before we move on, let's just big up all of our new members. 713 Andreas,
Yes,
Betty H428, Wonder Woman, Tara R2G, Vel B Riggle, Brittany, not Brittany, and Yolanda Davis 4575. Thank you to our new wonderful cousins. We appreciate you so much.
yeah, and get ready for all the perks that come with. Okay,
Yes.
so we got a lot of ish you need to know.
Mm.
In about 30 minutes, our book club author is going to join us. We have a great new pick for the month of March. So she's going to join us, tell us more about the book so you can get the book. You got 4 weeks to read it, and then we'll have our book club meeting. All right, so we do want to talk about the latest with this war in Iran. What is the most interesting? Well, there's so many interesting things. I won't say it's the most interesting, but it is tragic how the Trump administration is struggling to get their messaging right on this, even out of the president's. It's not even other people saying different things. He's saying different things about why they started it, how it's going, when it's going to end. Just all over the place. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All over the place. It really is embarrassing to watch.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is ongoing. So many issues. Joyanne, what do you have to say about this ongoing war?
I think it's that, and it's also the mainstream media, I think, is failing to really ask the right questions. One journalist finally did ask Trump to justify why he claimed that it was Iran that bombed that school. 167 schoolgirls killed in a double tap strike on a girls' school in Manab, Iran, a war crime likely. The US is claiming that we did it, that it wasn't Israel, because this is a US Israel war against Iran for no reason, zero provocation. They posed us no threat. They are a terrible regime, but then our business. We need to mind our business and stop trying to be the world's policeman. But the thing I will blame the mainstream media for is the media is being very weird about not blaming Israel. Israel is who got us in this war. Israel demanded it. Israel wanted it. Bibi Netanyahu said, Trump, we need to do it. And that's why we're here. And the media needs to be honest about that. It's not Saudi Arabia, it's Israel. And it's this weird thing where the US media doesn't want to say that, but that is the truth.
Well, the issue to me is it's that very thing, right? It's not just that Israel wanted us and has been trying for years, right, to get president after president after president to engage in this. Trump was finally the sucker that said yes, but that's the
Correct.
part, right? He's been asking Netanyahu, but president after president has declined, and now Trump is the idiot who said yes, and now
Correct.
here we are engaged in a war which we don't know when it's going to
When it
end.
will
There's
end.
draft being re-engaged in some kind of way, which is going to mean black and brown soldiers. They may not want us in this country, but watch them deportations and all that harassment stop when it comes to us signing up for the military.
Right.
Girl, and then I don't think they're being truthful with information about how many soldiers have been
Yes.
killed
They
from the
said
US.
6. I don't believe it. I think it's more. They're
Yeah.
saying now
Well,
maybe 150 injured. I think it's more.
they're saying 7 now
Now
officially.
7.
But yeah, so it's 7, but I think it's way more than that, because other places I'm hearing, I haven't seen these numbers, other places are reporting that they're saying more US soldiers have been killed. So I
And
don't
it
think
should be none. Can we just be clear? We should not be at war
that
with
part,
Iran. There is
right.
no reason for us to be at war with Iran. Iran, you can say whatever you want about how they treat their own people. Trump don't treat our people well. We're not treated well in this country. Black people, immigrants, women, LGBTQ people are treated like shit here. So if that's the basis for who invaded us to remove our regime, we don't like our regime either.
At
Is
all.
China going to come get us and come invade our country, get rid of Trump? And what would we say if they did it? So the reality is, we should not be at war with Iran, y'all. Don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let nobody lie to you. Nobody should be dead. And then Donald Trump goes to the dignified return of the bodies in a baseball cap and a trucker cap and didn't take it
Yeah.
off. He didn't even take his cap off to greet these dying soldiers. You remember when Obama stood for 45 minutes hand greeting every casket of people who
Yeah.
came back from Afghanistan? This man came back and couldn't even take his hat off for 10 minutes for these troops that are killed because of him. Disgusting.
Yeah.
But by the way, on a more positive basis, thank you for joining our becoming of our member community. But yeah, I'm disgusted.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and two, what bothers me, because, I'm an environmentalist, and what really bothers me is that, what Israel did, what the US tried to avoid doing, and that was blow up a lot of oil refineries in Iran, because Israel just doesn't care. So
They
they're
don't care.
blowing it up, because Trump is thinking, we'll go in here, we'll take over this oil, or at least we'll, control more of it. That was his plan. So the US is mad at Israel for blowing up all these oil refineries. Meanwhile, what's coming down from the clouds and the air is just
Black
the
rain.
chemicals from all of that black rain. And so it's like, it's very problematic to the
Yeah.
health of these people that Trump is trying to say that he's trying to help and
Yeah.
liberate, which he is not. He doesn't care anything about these people,
No.
that people are dancing in the street. Well, now they're going to be overcome with chemicals,
Yes.
on a regular basis, because this is
And they'll
throughout the
probably
country.
die. You're
Yeah.
probably going to see a lot of people die from cancer. Black rain is a carcinogen. It will kill
Yeah.
you. And so this is a war crime. This is a war crime. And killing those little girls in and of itself. If Russia dropped a bomb, a double tap strike on a girls' school in Ukraine, the media wouldn't stop talking about it. You'd see their pictures, you'd know their names, you'd see these little sweet little girls every day. They're saying nothing in most of the media. If they report it, they kind of report on it, but they're not obsessing about it. This is likely a war crime. Pete Hegseth, don't get too comfortable traveling, Papi Chulo, because if they decide to take y'all to The Hague, you going, and Trump's going, and Bibi's going, because this looks to me like a war crime. And the black rain, an environmental disaster, a disaster.
It's a scary thing. I mean, it's going to wreak havoc. So we're
Mm.
keeping and gas prices are way up
To
and
the
are going to
roof.
go up. So
By the way,
that's
did you notice, real quick, one last thing before we move on?
yeah.
Did you notice that Trump this morning, before the markets opened, said the war's over? And then the markets went up and it improved the markets, and oil prices went down. Futures went down because they had been up to $120 a barrel, which means that's why gas prices are through the roof. And they
My
came
God.
down because he said that. Then later in the day, he admitted, well, we're going to let y'all know when it's going to be over. So he lies to get the stock market to respond. So he'll just lie in the morning and then in the night admit the truth. It's disgusting. And the media's letting him get away with it.
Well, that's what's the most infuriating part of it when it comes to it's Trump and his lies, is that the media just reports, well, the State Department said this. The Department of Defense says that. Trump said this about this, right? With no context as to whether or not he could be lying about what he's saying.
Right.
In most cases, they know that he's lying, but they report it as the truth, which is irresponsible.
Okay. Please do me a favor in your classes, and I know you do this anyway, but I need journalists to start learning the word claimed. Claimed is so much more accurate than said. And it drives me nuts when I hear reporters just say that Trump said. Claimed is what the word you're looking for. Yeah.
And you can say this is what he said. You can say claim, but you could say said if you're backing it up with fact. right?
facts.
Not with if you're giving it context, but a lot of
Correct.
journalists
They
by
don't.
choice don't do that. They know what they're doing and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jasmine Crockett. As you all know, um, she lost her bid to become a U.S. senator, and people are really upset about the fact that she lost because they think that there was some tricky work, some voter disenfranchisement going on in Dallas, like hours before, late afternoon before the polls closed. Something she was trying to fight. She's upset about. But I do want to note that there are some, and Joy, I'm gonna let you get. There are some Dems who are mad about her. There was some recent articles saying like. Democratic Texas State Rep Jolanda Jones, who I know you know well, she's been on your
Mhm.
show, says that Jasmine Crockett did not have her ground game together, and that this L is on her. Now, others who are saying that Jasmine was done wrong are saying that the party worked against her, spending money on ads against her and supporting her opponent Talarico, and that again that there were voter suppression issues. But it's funny that members of her own party, of the Democratic Party, are coming out, and really saying, "Girl, this on you."
I think
What?
all things can be true at the same time. I think that there was absolutely voter suppression. Dallas County has never had these rules, these brand new rules that they created days before the election just for Dallas County of where you are allowed to vote, which scrambled everybody's knowledge of where their precincts were. And they did that only in Dallas County. And normally when Texas Republicans do voter suppression, they target Hamilton County, which is Houston, which contains Houston, which is the largest county where the most Black people are.
Yeah.
This time they shifted strategies and targeted Dallas County specifically. That's voter suppression. The Ken Paxton, who's running for for Senate as well, on the other side against Cornyn, who's the 24-year incumbent, he filed a lawsuit to try to say that this confusion that was caused a judge to leave the polls open for an additional hour in Dallas County. He went to court and tried to get and got actually a favorable ruling in an appeals court that anybody who was in line after 7 p.m. Central Time, they need to separate their votes and maybe not count them. That's crazy. So she's right that there was voter suppression. She's right that the Democratic Party, even if they didn't spend money toward it or openly, was very
Mhm.
clear that they wanted Tallarico, not her. That was very clear. Her party has not supported her, even in Congress. She's not gotten the gavel. She's not gotten the positions that she wanted. She has been treated like an entertainment that the party wants to raise money and stump for them and do for them, but they don't really want to give her power. She's right about that. And also, I think there were flaws in her campaign. What we saw was that they had a really great early vote game, but they did not have a good absentee and vote day of vote game. They just didn't.
And not a
They
good
didn't have.
ground game, right?
That's what I mean. A ground game. You need a
Yeah.
ground game. It can't just be that people love you. You got to get them out. And her side, if we're being fair, did not get her vote out. And her vote was the Black vote. His vote, he way overperformed with whites and Hispanics, and he underperformed with Black. She had the Black people. And that's what it was. And you saw that it came. But I think the instructive thing that we can take from this is that he can't win without the Black vote, right? In a general, that vote he had, the whites and Hispanics are going back to the Republicans. Let's just be clear. He needs the Black people. So he's got to do some work. Whatever you want to say about her campaign, I love Jolanda, but you can say whatever you want. He has to get her voters to vote for him, plus the extra million Black people who didn't vote at all. He needs to
Right.
go get them and figure out. He put out that ad. He went to the Jesse Jackson funeral. He put out that Rainbow Coalition ad. Some people are very still mad at him and not really trying to feel him right now. He got to figure out how to repair his relationship with Black people. Because the last thing I'll say is some people who are allied with him did some dirty shit too. And there was
Mhm.
some dirty disinformation that was thrown out about her that was not true. And now
Yeah.
some of those same interests are now throwing disinformation at him too. So there's a lot of shenanigans that happen. It wasn't purely clean on either side. But now that's water under the bridge. We got to think about the general. It would be
Girl,
nice to
if
get this
Black
seat.
people, if Democrats can learn anything from Republicans, it is how to be one band, one sound.
One
I
band,
mean,
one sound.
I say, y'all, if you're mad at what Tallarico did or his people did or what the Democrats did to Jasmine, they weren't fair, blah, 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 fucking blah. We got to win this Senate seat. Like we got to win it. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And people are talking about, because I've seen some commentary on social media to people saying, I'm not going to vote for Tallarico
Oh, there's
because
a
they're
lot of that.
people. It's the same shit that happened to Hillary Clinton back in 2016 with them fucking Bernie people.
You see, they're not gonna vote.
It's
Well, I
like,
mean, and look, there. My thing
don't do,
is,
like, let it go. Yes, he has to do the work. I agree with you.
yeah,
He has to do the work, but don't make him walk on glass. Like if he genuinely is putting in the time and doing the work, don't be sitting there pouting with your arms folded. Like that's not enough. He's not doing it. Like, let's go, you guys.
yeah,
Republicans don't get caught up in this bullshit. This is
yeah.
why we can't win. Think about the bigger game. Think about the bigger win and stop. Oh, girl, stop it. Oh, I
Well,
can't with all this.
but I do think that you have to. I think you're right, and I always say this: where you exercise your power is the primary, and we have to recognize that sometimes we, as a community, not all of us, don't exercise our power in the primary. We root for this candidate, but we don't vote for this candidate. Like 1 million Black votes were on the table; they did not vote. And that
Yeah,
is just a fact. Gary Chambers Jr. came out with the numbers and they're devastating. All her voters were early voters. When it came down to election day, they did not turn out. They loved her vibes, but they didn't put their
right.
votes on the table. If you don't vote, it don't count how much you love her. And so there's a lot of people who are mad today who actually didn't vote. So that's one thing. But with him, I agree that we have to learn how to be like Republicans, that they don't half of them hate Donald Trump. They hate him. A lot of the
Yeah,
members of Congress hate him. I've heard some of the ones who are the most suck up to him hate him. I've heard, and I could name names, but
yeah.
they still roll with him because they want power. They want to get what they want. The reality is, people are now saying Tallarico's just going to flip. He's not MAGA. Trust me, he's not a conservative. He's not Fetterman. He's not a right winger. He's a liberal. But I don't think that the support should be for free. I think that what he should have to do is, I do think he has to make the case to the voters. He has to figure out how to get them to come out, and he needs to put the money. He raised all that money. You're going to have to spend some money with some Black organizations that know how to get that vote out, because you don't know how. You, James Tallarico, clearly don't know how to get the Black vote out. You need to go ahead and go to Black Voters Matter, people that
Mhm.
are reputable, that know how to do this, and let them do what they do. Because that's one thing Democrats don't do. They don't go to the people who are on the ground. They go to these same white consultants who don't know shit about the Black community, who ain't never been to the Black community, who are telling you 6 weeks out, just go to church. No, you need to call
But he
Black
needs
Voter
to be
Row.
telling him that. Like, if we want something from him, all
That's
these
what he needs to do.
activists we got, all these political operatives who were for Jasmine, y'all need to call, not you, but y'all need to call him and set up a meeting and be clear about what we want. Don't
And
sit
I'll give you
back.
Black. Look, I'm happy to share Latasha Brown number. You need to
Yeah,
call her,
call
and and
her.
and, and
But
don't
tell
count on
him,
your own
tell her to
understanding.
call him. Tell
No,
her to call
no, no, no.
him.
We don't need to
What?
go to him. No, 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 no. Here's the reality. Black people been living in hell that whole time. They've been in Texas. Them people in Texas know how to be in Texas. They've been there under all the
If
worst of the
you,
worst
but
of the worst. But hold on. You ain't gonna threaten them with a Trump time. They've been living in Project 2025. You need to come to us. What we have as Black people, we have to have power, and we need to show that we have power. We need to be like, we'll come out, but you're gonna need to do a few things. And I think we need to put an agenda on the table. These are the things we want you to be for. This is our agenda. You need to
we're saying
favor
the
this
same thing.
agenda. Yeah, and when you come to us, this is our agenda, and these
Right.
are our representatives. You need to work with them to get the vote out, and that's what he needs to do. It can't just be for free. I don't believe we
No,
give
no,
them
I'm
love for free.
I don't think it should be for free. When I'm saying we need, see, what we do as Black people is that we'll be like, we have too much ego, right? I agree. He should work for it. But if he's like you said, most of the times Dems have the same political operatives around them who give them the worst advice.
Losers.
And if he doesn't know any better, if he's being advised by the same party that was coming out against Jasmine Crockett so she would lose, if they're advising
Correct.
him, then they're not giving him great advice.
Agreed.
Therefore, we need to say, hey, woohoo,
Here's who you
listen,
need to
brother.
call. Yeah.
Yeah, here's who you need to call. You need to have this conversation. We can't sit back with ego and be like, nah, boo, he got to come to us. He may not be getting the advice to do that. He may not know any better. That's
Right.
what I mean when I say we have to go to him. But we'll see
And
what happens.
also, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
this too. If
Mm,
y'all sit back and count on the Democratic Senate Campaign Committee to make this happen for you, I'm just going to say you can go and ask Senator Sherry Beasley. You can ask Mandela Barnes. You can ask Mike Espy. You can ask Gary Chambers Jr. You can ask. I could go on. There have been Stacey Abrams, who is clearly not governor of the Democratic consultant class. The white Democratic consultant class has lost and lost and lost winnable races. That's sister in Florida. They don't know how to win either. These
mm.
white consultants don't know shit. Go and ask President Kamala Harris how that worked out. We
I know.
need to push new consultants
True.
to the front of the line.
Okay, let's get to some hot topics before we have
Please.
to ask our guest on. No filibustering today, ma'am. Okay.
I'm just
Moving
saying.
on to all the topics we have to get to today with somebody who has a heart out. Just remember that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So we are moving on to talk about the Oscars. The 98th Oscars are this weekend, hosted by Conan O'Brien. They'll be live on ABC and Hulu beginning at 7 p.m. This year, little history being made between One Battle After Another and Sinners. Both of those movies are going head to head in 11 categories. That's the
Wow.
most, that's a record number of two movies being nominated going head to head ever. So we got, I'm not going to name them all, but Ryan Coogler is up for Best Director, Michael B. Jordan, Best Actor, Delroy Lindo, Best Supporting, Tiana Taylor, Best Supporting, Wumi Masaka, Best Supporting. And the documentary, The Perfect Neighbor, is up for Best Documentary. And a lot of people are saying this is going to win.
It
And
should.
that was, yeah, if you all haven't heard about this, it is about the Black mother who was killed in Florida by her white neighbor that had some kind of interaction, altercation with this woman's son. And the Black mother went to her door to have a conversation about it. And then shot her through the door and killed her. And it was a whole
Horrible.
thing. This happened back in 2023, but there's a documentary that's called The Perfect Neighbor, which is up for an Oscar this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see if that wins. Best Costume Design, Ruth Carter, making history for her as the most nominated Black woman across all categories. And if you watch the Oscars this weekend, a lot of people don't, there'll be a special performance with the movie Sinners, with what's his name? Ryan, what's the young man who wrote the song and acted in the movie? You know, the young man, the blues player.
Oh,
That
yeah.
actor and Raphael Sadiq are going to be doing a performance together, which will also include Shabuzi,
Mm,
um, and Alice Smith, and I hear Misty Copeland will be a part of it. So it's supposed to be
mm.
this big celebration dance
Awesome.
number that's going to happen this weekend.
What in
So
the DEI? I love it. I'm rooting for Sinners for everything. And I loved One Battle After Another, but I think Sinners was a better film. I think there were some great performance. I think Leo DiCaprio was absolute genius in One Battle After Another. I think Sean Penn was quite good, but it was a Sean Penn performance. Delroy Lindo must win. Sorry, Ryan Coogler must win, and Sinners must be Best Picture. And Michael B. Jordan, I would pick him for Best Actor if I'm just going head to head, not because it's the Black film, but I'm just saying it was a better film to me as a film student. And that movie, The Perfect Neighbor, is absolute genius. The way it was done is it's all camera footage from police body cams, and they strung camera footage from police body cams together with no narrator. Genius film, must win.
yeah, what's interesting is that you have a lot of white people on social media talking about this film, saying that they are on the side of the neighbor who shot and killed this mother, which is really
What?
interesting dialogue. Oh yeah. If you
That woman
Google
was diabolical.
if you go to Reddit, they say they've watched, and these are people that watched the documentary who are saying that. Did Miss Lee Copeland recently have a hip replacement? Not recently. I actually did a one-on-one interview with her a
Mm,
year ago, and some change, and it was post her surgery, and she was there and walking in heels, and she just had a performance in October with the American Ballet. It was her final performance.
mhm.
So it was a while ago since she had her
Can
surgery.
we shift and talk really quick about that Illustration.
Yeah, because we've got photographs. So the New Yorker did a piece on Wumi Mosaka, the actress from Sinners, the beautiful actress, and Camille should have some photographs of her.
Ooh,
So this is the show the photographs of her first, Camille, if you can. So this is what she looks like for those of you who don't know her. She is a beautiful
gorgeous,
woman. And you all remember her from Sinners. There she is again, like
gorgeous.
gorgeous. Now let's show you what the illustrator hired by the New Yorker,
What the hell?
and
What
people
in the?
are outraged. Now, the New Yorker is known for its illustrations, but they're also known for controversial illustrations. You remember the one that they did on the cover with Barack and Michelle Obama?
Yes,
When he, girl, I was
crazy.
like,
With
this is
when she
crazy.
had the gun in her back, like why she got a gun
And the
and an
afro,
afro, and he
and look
we're
at
dressed
what
like a
he has on.
Muslim.
Yeah.
The
This
hell,
so this is the same
burning
New
an
York.
American flag in the fireplace. What the absolute hell?
And
The
so this is
hell
what
is
they did
this?
to our girl,
Come on
Womb.
now.
They did.
Come
Look at this.
on now.
I
This is
mean,
horrific. Come on.
horrific. I know somebody said,
Horrific.
fuck, I agree. I cannot.
The fuck is that? They could have just got that picture and just put it in there.
They
If
could
I was
listen,
her agent, I would be like, take that shit out of the mat. To just take the whole thing out. Just remove it. What is the body? What is that suit? What is she supposed to be
girl,
wearing? She look dowdy. It's pulled
the
up to her
whole
chest like an
thing.
old woman. Mm-mm.
And then the
That's
hair looks
nasty.
like
You're
it's
right.
just attached. It's just
Hideous.
horrible.
Hideous.
Yeah, it's
Hideous.
horrible. It is horrible. So we do want to also get one more story in here. And I guess we could talk about either Jesse Jackson's funeral or Doechii hating cats. You choose.
I think we should do. I brought
Or
this
Beyonce's
specifically.
parents.
Yeah, Jesse Jackson's funeral. The one piece of news is that Barack Obama did not at the time speak about Jeremiah Wright, which I think is one of the big controversies. And then also the Sun supposedly the next day saying the president didn't know him. I think that's a bullshit story. But yeah, the funeral was beautiful. I watched it all day. It was so good.
He said it though. That's what's messed up. I think people are amplifying it. But why would he say that? Why would he go and say after they spoke the
right.
way that he did? Y'all didn't know my father. Those words came out of his mouth, and he was very specific. And
He
that
didn't
this is
say it
not
like
a
that.
place.
He said
Well,
they didn't know Jesse Jackson. I think what he was trying to say, if you listen to the full context of what he said, is that he was not just a political figure, and so they didn't know the fullness of him. I don't think it was very articulately said, but he literally, they're like he was saying, "Don't be political." He then turned around and thanked a bunch of politicians. He's a politician, and his brother is literally running for Congress. So it's like, I think
so
that's a
you
thing.
feel like
But
it was taken out of context, him saying, "Don't come to this funeral and don't speak about politics."
Trump was not at the funeral. And the people who amplified this clip is a right-wing TikTok site that was trying to amplify something negative about Clinton and Obama because Trump wasn't there. And Trump did not attend. And I guess Trump, maybe he was invited but didn't go, whatever. So they were just looking for a way to, it was some bullshit. I don't even care about that. But let's talk about this Doechii thing real quick because I got my cat thing.
Girl, we got to guess. It's 3:59. This is what you get for talking, for filibustering. We got
Doechii said cats are evil.
We can't talk about it. We have a guest. And let's bring her up, you guys. So listen, we have our new book club pick. It is With Love from Harlem, you guys. And we're going to tell you in a moment how you can purchase the book. But it is by this woman here, ReShonda Tate, who I have known forever.
A long time with babies, a long time.
Know, right? We used to work at the same TV station in Houston, Texas. And so but she left the business to become an author, but she's still a journalist by training, which I love because I know her books are well researched. And this one in particular, it is a great thing that it is well researched because this book right here, wait, I had a whole introduction written, girl. Hold on. So this book is about Hazel Scott, not only her marriage to Adam Clayton Powell, but just her life in general. She was a musical prodigy, jazz artist, classically trained pianist, and just, there's so much to know about this woman and about this book. So ReShonda is joining us to talk about both. So ReShonda Tate, first of all, thank you for being our March Read This, Read That book club pick. We love this book and we're happy to have you here.
Well, thank you both for having me on. I appreciate it so much.
So, okay,
Absolutely.
tell us about the book and tell us about Hazel. Why was this something that you wanted to dig into?
Yeah, this is about Hazel Scott. She was one of the most brilliant and groundbreaking entertainers of the 20th century. And the book looks at her high-profile, deeply complicated marriage to Congressman Adam Clayton Powell Jr., the man known as the King of Harlem. And it's set against the backdrop of the 1940s and 50s Harlem, but it explores what happens when two ambitious, larger-than-life Black icons collide at the height of their power. But Hazel just wasn't a pianist. She was a musical prodigy, a glamorous star, and a political force that has just basically been erased from history.
Wow. So I'm coming to you today from Harlem, New York. And so greetings from Sugar Hill. And so what will we learn about Hazel that we didn't know in this book?
I'm a journalist, I'm educated, I'm all of this, and I was dumbfounded at all that I did not know. And so as I'm out going across the country touring, I'm finding people have never even heard of her. I'm also surprised people have never even heard of Adam Clayton Powell Jr. We kind of live in our bubble. But there are so many people that have never heard of either one of them. So you'll learn about them. You'll learn what happens when two stars shine. Well, one of them is bound to dim. And that's what happens in With Love from Harlem. But I also love that you get to see another side of Billie Holiday. You get to see Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, Josephine Schuyler, Miles Davis, and a little Quincy Jones.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Find out about that.
So how does this work from a book writing perspective, from an author perspective, ReShonda? This is based on real life people, but it's a novel.
It is.
So explain for folks who may not understand how that works.
So the foundation of the story, all facts. And those are things that came from over 3.5 years of research that I did. So I laid down the foundation with stories that I got from her unpublished autobiography, from all of the memoirs that I read. And then you fill in the blanks with the fiction. So we know that she called Adam Clayton Powell Jr. with another woman. We know that he says it in his book. She says it in hers. What we don't know are the curse words she used when she called him. That's where I come in and filling in the blanks.
Right. The profanity. And then we don't, I would assume, if there's romance and all of that kind of stuff, we get the behind the scenes of, the steamy moments, the more passionate conversations, the more intimate moments, not just romantically, but otherwise, that colors in this history.
Yeah, it's a matter of walking that fine line and showing a different side. What I loved about this book was we all know the tragic Billie Holiday. We know her sad story, all of the drugs, but this book allows you to see the sister friend Billie Holiday, a different side, the one who will say, girl, leave that trifling man alone while she got 3 trifling men in the closet. So I was able to bring that person out.
The book is called With Love from Harlem. Talk about Harlem's role as a character in the book, because Harlem is its own human character, almost human character.
It really is. It is absolutely a character in the story. It's not just a setting. It's a living, breathing ecosystem of Black excellence, ambition, glamour, politics, art, and survival. It's a place where Black people could be powerful, where culture was being born every night in clubs, churches, and brownstones. But it was also a place of intense scrutiny. So what I wanted to do was bring Harlem to the world. I am not from Harlem, and people are reading this going, okay, are you from Harlem? Because I really wanted to make sure that people felt that they were in Harlem. But, it was a refuge and a pressure cooker. So I bring all of that to the table and allowing people to feel the beauty of Harlem.
I know you said we'll get to see a different side of not Billie Holiday. Who did you say?
Yeah, Billie Holiday. Yeah, she said
Billie Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But what are we going to learn about Adam Clayton Powell in this? Because he's the
other
one
than that he a hoe.
Yes, other than that.
You're gonna learn it's a little bad. It's a little worse than you thought. Because I tamed him down for this book. But what you'll be surprised, and what I was surprised at, are the people that gave him passes. So one, when he met Hazel, he was already married. In fact, he was with his wife when he met Hazel. And then he decided he wanted Hazel. He went after Hazel. He pursued her relentlessly. And at first, I was kind of side-eyeing Hazel because she gave in, but I had to remember she was 22. And so you'll learn about that, and then you'll also learn that how you got them is how you lose them.
Yes,
Ain't
it's
that
so
the truth?
true. And what will we learn about this era? Because I think it's sort of, there's a very romanticized kind of vision of this era. It was a terrible time to be Black, but a wonderful time to be a Black creative.
Absolutely. You'll learn that this woman was one of the richest women in the world, but she would go places and she had to get special permission to even have a bank account to store all her money, because women couldn't have bank accounts
That's
at that
right.
time. Mm-hmm. So you'll learn that line that she had where she's still diminished. She makes 20 times these people that are putting her down because of the color of her skin, and how she still stood up anyway. She was blacklisted, blackballed, because she kept speaking up. And that's one of the things that I wanted people to take away, to see art as activism. And Hazel did that well.
Mm. At what point in her life do we meet Hazel? Is this going to go into her teenage years, even before more formative years, or will it be, her at a certain point in her life? When do we meet her?
Yeah, we start when she's already a star and she's performing at Cafe Society, because I wanted her. That's when she meets Adam, and she's already a star. She's actually a bigger star than Adam when they first meet. And then she allows herself to dim so that he can shine brighter. So I wanted to do that, but I do kind of give you glimpses back into her life because I studied her extensively, even back to her time she was born in Trinidad and Tobago. So I researched that, spent a lot of time in Harlem. The second part of the book takes place in Paris. I have not been to Paris. I had to research about Paris from Harlem. But I really did get into, because I wanted to make this as authentic as possible. And I love that people are I'm going down a rabbit hole trying to learn all this new information. And to me, that's what historical fiction is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I can recommend some fabulous places in Paris if you'd like to go, my darling, and I'll go with you if you'd like to travel there, because I need to get out of the United States because it's hell.
Tell me about it.
It's on fire.
It's the ghetto. Let's talk about what caused you to take an interest in this story. What inspired this novel?
So I was researching my previous novel, which was called The Queen of Sugar Hill, was based on the life of Hattie McDaniel, another woman that I knew about but really didn't know about. And in that, I found Hazel Scott. And all I knew about Hazel was that she was the inspiration for Alicia Keys. So that's all I knew. And
really?
So Alicia Keys gives her all the props. And once I discovered her and started doing more research, I'm going, why do we not know this woman? She's the first Black person to have a national TV show. I grew up wanting to have a TV show. So how did I not know about her? How had I never heard of her outside of Alicia Keys? So that just made me want to learn more. And the more I learned, I was just like, wow, her story needs to be told.
Somebody in the chat, Duchess, is saying she was a Trini. Is that true? Trinidadian?
Yes. Yes. Oh, well, that's where she is. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm
fascinated. I cannot wait. Like my book just came the other day. I'm so Joanne, you got yours as well. I cannot wait to tear into this. When did it come out, and where can we tell people to buy it? I know you're going to give the right. I know your website and on your social media, but just tell us.
Yeah, it's been out a month. We're just over a month, and it is available everywhere books are sold. I'm excited. We hit USA Today bestsellers list with it.
Yes.
And it is at all bookstores, online, on the Black bookstore, if you can, and pick it up wherever you can. And my website is ReShondaTate.com.
Love it.
Yeah, ReShonda.
Yeah.
Somebody might want to put an A after your name.
No, it's ReShonda, like she Shonda before, and then she ReShonda again.
Wait, but don't let my mama see it, because she'll be like, "You're missing your apostrophe." Like,
oh, that's right. That's right. Oh my God.
You're supposed to signal a missing letter, right?
Don't tell it's a missing letter, but you got to put that apostrophe in there. Don't mess with your mama. You don't want that smoke.
I want to give ReShonda her flowers. Is this book 50 or 51?
54.
What?
54. Yep. She is an NAACP Image Award winning author. She has been at this, correctly for a long time. Book 54. And her books are just, award winning. They're so good. She's such a great writer.
Well,
But I
please give
love,
those of us who are writers and love writing and who want to shift into fiction, which I really do, what are some good advice for somebody who's interested? And I'm a nonfiction writer. I've only done 4 little books. I feel so unaccomplished, but next to you. But what would be some good advice for somebody who's interested in writing fiction?
One, stop talking about doing it and do it. Life will always get in the way. And so people will always say, well, I can't write today. I can't write. You got to do it. You got to stop talking about doing it and do it. And one of the things I loved, I used to write contemporary fiction. That's where all my books are. And I stayed away from nonfiction and historic because it felt like my day job as a journalist. Historical fiction is the best of both worlds because you get to use talents to do that research and then that creative side of you to fill in the blanks. So don't sit down and try to write the best book. Just write. I say throw up on the page, get it all out, and then come back later and clean it up. Good books aren't.
Can you please speak directly to Jackie Reid, who has a book in her that we've been trying to harass her to write? Explain to her how she can just get started with the book and her book is nonfiction. It's about her life, and we need this book. We've been waiting for it for a really long time.
Yeah, ReShonda knows. I also have fiction on my. We talked about fiction books I want to write as well.
No, you got to write your first book. Don't be trying to get away from it. Don't try to escape responsibility. See, okay, ReShonda, ReShonda. Let me tell you, like my mama said, ReShonda. What's wrong with this lady? Why won't this lady write this book? Can you explain?
That desire to write has to become greater than that resistance to write. But do you want to lay up, say you laid up and you can't write, you can't see? Do you want to say I wanted to or I did?
Come on. Yeah.
You want to say I did.
Preach.
I love that. I am actually working on it, and she knows this. I have been, because it's about a lot of celebrity interactions that I've had throughout my career. So the first thing is I had to get inside this head and say, now, wait a minute. Did this happen or and remember a lot of the stories and actually call people and say, remember I told you this story and just get all this, because I want to get all the details. So it's just remembering so many of the details and the side, because there are a lot, as Joyanne knows. I'm often on this show saying, oh, when I met Prince, this happened, and all these things.
And then Jesus said, we're like, Jesus.
Do you use audio?
Jesus came down from the heavens and said, girl, what you doing? And that's when I decided to go into TV. And
then I was at church and Dr. King walked in. I'm like, Dr. King, is that really you? Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Do you use audio memo? Do you use audio memo?
Not for this, but that might be a great idea. I actually write it because I'm thinking that'll
help you get that first draft out. Just talk about meeting Dr. King. It will come out.
Dr. King, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm being metaphorical. But she's like, and then I was at church with Prince, and I'm like, really? Seriously?
You just said Dr. King. I'm like, I'm not that old.
I know. I was kidding. But get it out, and then there are transcription services, and that's your first draft right there. All you gotta do is go in and clean it up.
Love it.
Yeah. What's your process? 54 books. I mean, it's just like, do you are you writing the next book now?
I am I'm done with it. I'm doing my rewriting now. But you have to get it out onto the page. And I swear by audio memo. I'm in Houston, so I'm in the car a lot. I am in my car dictating a chapter every time I go somewhere.
I love it.
Wow. I love that. So that's why you have 54 books.
That's right. Well, we are excited to read With a Love from Harlem, one of my favorite places on earth, by ReShonda Tate. We appreciate you, sis. This is amazing. Author, the Queen of Sugar Hill. You have a lot of fans in the chat. People are saying that Yolanda RM says that you're one of her favorite authors, and she says her book club has read many of your books, and she looks forward to reading this one. Lots of people quoting, the desire has to be greater than the resistance. So you're inspiring people and inspiring us to read it.
I'm going to give you a sorrow, Victoria Christopher Murray. That's her line. So that's where that always comes. Yeah.
I love that. And good news, you guys, in 4 weeks, we'll give you the date. We got 4 weeks to read it because we have our book club meeting where ReShonda will return and we will really get to dig into the pages, and you'll get to ask her questions, and we'll get to, get more information behind the various characters and why this happened and why this happened. And we'll be able to just ask all kinds of questions. So get your book, read it. In 4 weeks, she'll be back, and we'll give you that exact date very soon. But she'll be back so we can really talk about it. You can ask her questions.
Love it.
Listen on audio, because Lynette is the Freeman, is the narrator, is phenomenal.
Oh, nice. Okay, somebody said that they already listened to it on audiobook. Yeah.
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna get my book, and I'm gonna get I love doing that sometimes. I like to get the book, and I like to listen to the audiobook and do both. I'm a both and girl, so I love it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, does someone else do your audiobooks all the time, ReShonda, or do you ever do it?
I've never done it. I've never done it. It is a lot harder than you think it is.
It is a lot. Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Well, ReShonda Tate, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys get your books, and we'll see you in 4 weeks.
See you in 4 weeks. Thank you, friend.
Bye.
Appreciate you. We're excited. Look, and by the way, Miss Jackie, while we were talking with ReShonda, we got more new members. Can I shout them out? Do you mind if I shout them out? We're excited. These are the people who will get to be part of if you join the book club tier, you will be here. 713 Andreas, Britty H428. We know about Wonder Woman, Tara R2G, Vel Brig IL, Brittany, not Brittany. We gotta make sure it's right. Yolanda Davis 4575, Tribal Bassist 5227, April Thomas 7155, Dallas one only, come on, only one, Momo D66, Miss Tay 4. We have Audra Jameson 8303. We have Coco V869. We have, I think this is Kiana Maria 3516, and Vegas Girl in all caps 7997. You definitely want to party with her because she sounds like a lot of fun. And Judith Wineville 7797. Welcome to the Cousin Nation. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yay! Thank you. We love that. So, if you all are wondering, if you're just coming to the room late, get the book for our book club. But also, we have launched our Read This, Read That show membership. So you can go to the join button, and if you are in the mood to support us and you love what you're seeing here and you want to support our work, because it is work, but there's a lot of perks that come with it, go to the join button, click on it. Pick a level that works for you, a tier that works for you, and please become a member of Read This, Read That.
Yes, and we want to big up all of we are getting close to 70,000 YouTube followers. We have lots more on Substack as well. Our Cousin Nation is growing, and yes, people have been asking, people even stopped me and asked, when are we getting some merch? Merch is coming. Lots more is coming. We have so many amazing things planned in the year of our Lord 2026. Yes, we know it is America's 250th birthday, but we are much more interested in Read This, Read That, becoming a toddler. We've been around for quite a while. We're sort of like a tween.
Yeah, we've been around for a minute.
We've been around for a while, but you know what? This year we're doubling down, and we're really getting very focused on making sure that our Cousin Nation grows, because we do this for fun. Like, we literally started this as just our fun girlfriend moment. It was like a great soothing escape from our NBC careers. We were both at NBC. And so we started this out as just like a friend girl hangout, and it has grown to such an amazing community.
It is. It really is. And we love this. And we love you guys for being part of our family. And whether you're a subscriber, if you're a member, we love you. And the Cousin Nation is growing. So we thank you for being a part of that. Somebody says I'm going to figure out a way. Big Rick. I'm going to figure out a way for Joy Reid to get on my channel and talk about bourbon, because I sure miss her on MSNBC. Are you a bourbon expert, Joyanne Reid?
I'm not a bourbon expert, but I do love a good bourbon. Now, I love a little good alcohol, especially now that once I get my Z-biotic in my system, because I got to have my Z-biotic before I do it, because let me tell you, I'm not as young as I used to be. But I love a good bourbon. Yes. And since I am a Kentucky Colonel, much like Muhammad Ali, I am. I'm an actual Kentucky Colonel. And so bourbon and bourbon whiskey are something that I now take great pride in, because I am a Kentucky Colonel myself. And so, I do love Uncle Nearest. I love a good Uncle Nearest whiskey, good whiskey bourbon. So yes, let me know when I can get it. Send me something for free.
You
I'm an
might want to
influencer.
store up your Uncle Nearest bottles. I
I
don't know what's going to happen with that.
know.
We'll have to talk about that in coming episodes, but it's just
Mm.
every time I see a headline, it's just not good. You know what I mean? I don't know much about what's going on behind the scenes, but we are rooting for Faye,
That's our
and for that
sorrow.
company to survive all of
Ugh,
this madness.
it's tragedy.
It's just so tragic, so
Tragedy.
tragic. But
Tragedy.
okay, I know you have a flight to catch,
But
so
wait,
you have.
before we go, we have 10 whole minutes to talk about these Dochi and the cats. I know you want to
Oh
avoid it.
yes,
I brought a whole cup
I'm
for
not
this.
trying
You
to
better
avoid
talk
it.
about it
Let me pull
in
it
10
up
minutes.
because I want to capture the fullness of what she said. So, rap artist and musical phenom, I like to call her, Dochi,
Genius
is in
rapper.
the news because she hates cats and she don't care. So she put out a post on social media. Wait, they took it down. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Because
Where
the cat people came after her with
no one
vicious
came after
meows.
her. No. So you be trying to start a fight with not the facts. Nobody came after her. What happened was a lot of Black women posted a lot of Black women who actually like animals and care about their cats actually started posting their cats.
Mm.
And she was, she was, talking back with people in social media. So it's not like it was okay. So here's what she said. I wanted to find it. So
Yes.
Doechii posted this on March the 2nd.
Mhm.
People act like it's a crime to dislike cats when they genuinely aren't friendly animals. They don't want to be domestic. Just leave them alone. Like it's not organic. I'm sorry. Be for real. It's rare that cats are immediately lovely without years of pain and work put in. Y'all be scratched and beat the fuck up by your own animals. And then she put, I can't. And she went viral for this because people were like, you know, you don't know cats. That just sounds like somebody who's afraid of cats. But a lot of people are like, girl, you got this so wrong. How can you hate cats? That's which I don't think
She
she
didn't
got
say
hate.
hate. You didn't
She
hear the
did
word.
not.
I didn't read the word hate. She did not use the word
Oh,
hate.
she said people act like it's a crime to dislike cats when you
Dislike. That's
genuinely
not
aren't
hate.
afraid of it. Yeah, she
Not
says
the
she
same.
dislikes them. Yeah, it
She
is
said
not.
dislike, not hate.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hate, dislike.
It's not the same thing. It's not the
It's
same
the
thing. It's
same.
not the
It's the
same
same.
thing. Hate is a stronger thing. So what I will just say here, as somebody who has had a lot of cats since I was a kid. So I had many cats. When I was a kid, we had we had a bunch of cats that had kittens, right? And the main cat was named Boo Boo Kitty. Boo Boo
Mhm.
Kitty was a cat that I could see people disliking. Boo Boo Kitty would scratch and bite anyone who touched her. She was just like, she was a feral cat. We brought her in. She didn't like nobody. And one time, Boo Boo Kitty almost got us sued because the Jehovah Witnesses came over our house, and my mom was like, "Don't let the Jehovah Witnesses in." But my cousin Faye and her then husband Trevor were staying with us because we always let our family stay. The Guyanese
Mhm.
people be letting people stay in the house. And Faye's first husband Trevor, he liked to let the Jehovah Witnesses in so he could argue with them about Jesus. So he has them arguing, and it was a woman, her husband, and their baby, their bald-headed baby. And Boo Boo Kitty jumped on the bald-headed baby's head and scratched the ball, but put a scratch right across the bald-headed baby's head. We all screamed. We grabbed Boo Boo Kitty, who then started scratching me because I had to grab him. Oh, she was her. I had to grab Boo Boo Kitty. I was like, ah! Grab Boo Boo Kitty, but the baby had a scratch right across. We were like, we were going to get sued. Boo Boo Kitty had 3 children, and we kept one of them whose name was Poco Loco. Poco Loco, opposite of Boo Boo Kitty. Sweet, kind, loving. You could snuggle him. He was chubby. He looked just like Garfield. We loved him so much. But then one day, Garfield decided, look, he was not Garfield, but he decided, Poco Loco decided he wanted to go wandering in the street. Girl, somebody stole my cat. And I know we never saw him again, but then we heard about a neighbor, a white neighbor, that had him like down in the other side of the town.
Girl, where
So
is this
like the
cat
cat was
rant
not loyal.
going?
These hoes ain't
Where you going with this?
loyal.
Where is this cat rant going?
What I'm saying is, I've had many cats. They've been good. They've been bad. They've been mean. They've been nice. My
Okay.
last cat, Mr. Isis, who we thought was a girl because we named him Isis after Almighty Isis, but it turned out he was a boy, so his name was Mr. Isis. Mr. Isis was like, bitch, feed me. Do what I say, obey me, and fuck off. And we try to hug him. He'd be like, I don't want to be hugged. I want a meal. Do you have food for me? And we'd be like, yes, Mr. Isis. Well,
Girl,
go
just
on,
say
give it
you
to me
got
then,
good
bitch.
cats and bad cats. My God, you got a heart out. Listen, you don't want to
Cats
get
are
a fight.
weird.
No, here's
MGO
the thing.
5451. I agree with you. They're weird. Filibuster.
Well, but you've owned cats. Why do you say they're
I had many
weird?
cats.
And why?
I
So
think
you
they're
think cats are weird?
I think they're off and on. I think they can be lovely. I think they can be mean. I think they boss us. I think
But do you
I
think
think they feel
overall
they own
cats are
us.
weird? Because
I think cats
what she's saying is she dislikes cats.
I don't dislike
And
them, but
do
I
you or
get it.
don't you? You know what
I
I'm saying?
can see
I think
how someone could
you're a reluctant pet owner. You end up with animals under your roof, but you're not an animal lover. You just happen to
That's
have
correct.
them. You're not. So you need to stop getting pets.
I just let them live there because I don't
Don't
want them to be in the street.
let
So
them
I'm
get
like, I have empathy for them, and I don't want them to be in the street. Like Nala live with us, but she think we work for her. It's like, bitch, I don't work for you.
let them live with people who want them. Let them live with the people who actually want to work
Listen,
with them and take
Jackie
care of
Reed,
them.
Mr. Isis was a feral cat who lived in my
He
neighbor
was
friend
not
Stephanie's
feral. He was
backyard,
just
and
outside.
he got to come inside and live the best life ever. He got fat, happy. He basically treated us as employees for his
That's because
entire
you had a
14-year
gang of
life.
kids there. It wasn't just you.
No,
What
I
I'm
took it. It was
saying,
me and my daughter. This man lived like a king. I
don't
treat
get no
animals
more.
very well.
You are not an animal person. Don't get animal. Anybody who says
And you
that
try to give me cats.
they just dislike cats. Cats are some of the the thing that I love about this Dochi post is
Jackie
that
has
so
40
many
cats.
Black women came out, like, look at this sis here, came out to show themselves with their cats. And there are tons of pictures of Black women with cats saying, sis,
Jackie puts her cats
we
in a
love
pram
you,
like a
but
baby.
you're wrong. I love the Black women who said, sis, we love you, but you're wrong. There's comment after comment of Black women saying how much they love cats and how wrong Dochi is for saying that she dislikes cats and that they're
Dochi has
weird,
rights.
and trying to say that
Dochi has
all
rights.
cats are the same, because they're not. They're not all the same. I don't mind her saying that she doesn't like cats. See, I have to stop you from talking. I don't mind her saying that she don't like cats,
Filibuster.
or that she's exactly
Filibuster.
hello, or that she's allergic to cats. But what she not gonna say is that they're weird. Okay,
I
it's
love
okay
us
for her
too.
not to like cats, but keep that to yourself, girl. Then don't get no cats. But don't be out here trying to say all cats are weird and all cats scratch us up and all cats are that, because that's not the case. So don't be out
All
there
I
saying
know is Boo Boo Kitty trying to get us sued by scratching the little baby bald head from the Jehovah Witnesses. And from then I understood
so we
that
telling
cats
cat
can be
stories from back
nice
in the
or
day
cats can be
when I was a
mean.
little
The
girl.
cats is some
I
niggas
had
that
a
you just
cat,
can't always tell
and
what
I
they
used
gonna
to
do.
crawl under the table with that cat and feed it out of my hand when I was just wee a little girl. Years ago, when I was a child, we had a cat.
I want to thank each and every one of you for getting involved in this insanity on Read This, Read That. It is 2 minutes before I have to leave here and go get my plane. But I just love every single one of you guys. They said some people saying cats are sneaky. Some people say cats are lovely. Somebody
Cats
said,
are
honey, love their black
amazing.
cat. Cats are amazing. We have people on both sides that I love us. All I know is I love Black people because we just find a way to make
Yes.
anything fun. Thank you
Yes.
for watching Read This, Read That. Please make sure that you support this lady over here. I don't know which way I'm pointing. Jackie Reed. Well, I think if I do it this way, and you need to support everything she's doing. The Jackie Reed Experience, Vegan Sexy Cool, where you can be vegan and sexy and cool all at the same time, and Jackie's Weekly Wellness Guide, where she's going to tell you how to be healthy, wealthy, and make sure you can run from your cat. If he starts to chase you down the road, you got to be healthy enough to run from that little motherfucker, because he's going to catch you, scratch your ass, and make your life hell. So if you want to be able to escape his clutches, Jackie's Weekly Wellness Guide is how to go. That's it.
And you definitely want to follow this woman, and she makes it easy for you. Just go to joyandread.com. It'll take you to her YouTube channel where you can watch the Joy Reid Show. It'll take you to Substack where you can visit with Joy's house and read all of the interesting things going on in her head that are now on paper. You can read those things, which is a wonderful thing. You can also get a guide on how to get rid of pets. If you are secretly someone who does not like pets, right? That has killed chickens, then what you want to do is follow Joy so she can tell you how to get. Somebody said y'all arguing.
I hate you. First of all, girl, if you can't say nothing to me until you find that cop. Until you find the dimple cop, you can't say nothing to me. Thank you all for watching. God bless you and goodbye. Take us out of here.